So I had to. I know that was so cheesy, but I had to do it. All right. So, if you went online today and you're seeing this video, it means you've got access to Batman Noel. We are reading that in class right now, but I want to make sure you guys at home understand what the dealio is. The first thing I would do if I were y'all is the vocabulary. You definitely want to pull that bad boy out. That's simply the key terms and definitions. Key terms and definitions that you guys want to make sure you put in your notes for Batman Noel. Okay, that's the first thing I would do. The second thing I'll pull up is that Batman Noel intro. It's all the characters you need to know, a little understanding of Batman, because I know Batman's very much ingrained in our pop culture, and everybody's grandma could probably tell you a little bit about Batman. There's some basic stuff of prior knowledge stuff that we need to know to understand the reading. I actually made a YouTube video about this, and that's posted right here, the Batman Noel pre-read that we went over in class. You can actually hear your classmates interacting with the text of us highlighting stuff that we think sounds important and going from there, okay? So, if you've done the vocab, you've done the intro activity, here are the actual questions, and it looks like a lot of questions, but honest to goodness, y'all, they go really, really quick. They go really, really quick. And you can respond to these in your notebook if you want to and take a picture and send them to me later on when you finish. But they're going to go by super quick, okay? And most of them, knock on wood, are in chronological order, which is fantastic for you because, hey, as you read, you'll be able to answer them, okay? Last thing I want to show you guys is the actual text of Batman Noel. Now, when you click on the PDF, it may take a second or two to pop up. I know mine popped up pretty quickly because we've been accessing, excuse me, this a lot the last couple days of my class, so it pulls up pretty quick. So Batman Noel is a graphic novel. Now, back around September 11th, we read that single issue of Spider-Man that dealt with 9/11. And that was just a single issue. It was about Spider-Man, but it was mostly about 9/11 and the aftermath, and uniting America, and so forth and so forth. This is an actual storyline pertaining to Batman, okay? So, you know, the artwork, first off, I'm going to tell you the artwork of this is off the chain, fantastic. You're going to check out the artwork and be like, dude, this is awesome. One of the first questions says, with respect to Charles Dickens, and if I look at the first question, it says, why does the author dedicate the book to Charles Dickens? It says right there, with respect to Charles Dickens. We don't know at this point when you start the book, so you're going to have to go back, put a star beside that one, and get access to that later on. But moving forth, real quick, when you read a comic book or a graphic novel, some people don't want to call them comic books. They're like, it's a graphic novel, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Top to bottom, left to right, just like you'd read a normal book. You always got that one kid that's like, I don't know how to read this. I can't read. It's left to right, top to bottom, just like you would a normal book, okay? It's got an awesome narrative voice that goes along with it. Like I said, the artwork is phenomenal. If you're doing this on an iPad or a tablet, some of these shots look better up and down, like this one does, looks better in portrait style. And some of these you'll have to turn sideways and look at the landscape style because the scope kind of spans out. And with all these, you can always zoom in. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, zoom, zoom, zoom. So I know one of the questions here, I'm zooming in. This is page 6. I think the second question says, describe the physical appearance of Gotham in the opening pages. List at least 5 adjectives. Okay, let's do that together. So I'm zooming on in on this. This is Gotham City. And I'm looking at it. First off, I can tell it must be Christmas time because they got Christmas lights outside. I can't figure out how they got the lights up there. That's, somebody who put that out there, whew, they must not be scared of heights. But that's okay because I'm scared of heights. So I'm looking at Gotham City, and the first thing I notice, one, it's snowing outside, and everything looks better in the snow. But I also notice it's kind of dark. I can't tell if it's like the morning or if it's the afternoon. It's just got this dark vagueness about it. I'm noticing if I look on this building on the left hand side, it's grimy looking. It looks like it's got mildew growing on the side of the building. Let's see if I can zoom in. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There we go. Oh, it's not gonna let me drag it up. There we go. Look, the building's kind of dark and dingy and nasty. Um, it's not very bright. Like you think about a city being like bright with lots of lights, and there's lots of lights going on in these buildings, but they're not very bright. You see a few random Christmas lights. That tower just it looks dark and kind of gloomy and depressing. So when you read this, we kind of answer. I kind of gave the answer right there for number two of those five adjectives I just shot out right there. This book I can read in a single sitting. I love it. I think it's an amazing story. It's got lots of literary value to it. You may want to chunk this up over the next couple days. I strongly suggest if you come across something that you don't fully understand, take a deep breath and reread it. If it still doesn't make sense, take another deep breath, go back a page or two, and read it again. Take another deep breath, read it again, because that's what reading is not understanding something the first time you read it and taking a deep breath and going back and rereading it again. I even told you guys in the intro, we can go back to over here, that one of the best ways to become a better writer and a better reader is to read a great piece of writing that may make you feel uncomfortable, okay? And this situation here, very true, that you have a fantastic piece of writing and it may make you a little bit uncomfortable because most people don't grow up reading graphic novels. It's kind of a way to tell storytelling on a different aspect or a different plane. But the way that one of the kids in second period said today is when I read this, I kind of envision it like it's a TV show or a movie playing out in front of me. And I was like, what a great way to look at this, okay? Like I said, the artwork, oh my gosh, the artwork is breathtaking here. Lots of cool images. I believe let's see here, one of number 5. If y'all look at number 5 says, in the midst of learning about Bob on page 10, what tidbit of info is displayed in the middle of the page that seems important to the story? And I'm looking at page 10 right now, and this is Bob. You're going to learn, a little bit about Bob. But in the middle of the page, and lo and behold, I'm looking right here, and it says the Joker escapes. That seems like that'd be important to the story right there. So there's the answer to number 5 right there. And then this learning about Bob on page 10, what information is displayed at the middle of the page that seems important is that the Joker escapes, okay? If you have questions about this, do not hesitate to send me an email. Like I said, it's an awesome piece of writing with awesome artwork, great storytelling, great literary, merit to it. If you start to struggle with the book, do not hesitate to send me an email. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your frustrations, or if you're struggling with it in any way, shape, or form. I think that's about it. Obviously, Batman's going to show up because there he is right there. And like I said, I love the way that they draw Batman. I love the way he looks in this. I love the fact that, I know this sounds weird, but when you think about Batman, you don't think about being able to see Batman's eyes, because a lot of pop culture shows Batman's eyes kind of whited out or whatever. But I love the fact in this we can see Batman's eyes. It kind of gives the character a little bit more depth there when you're reading this. I think you're going to enjoy this. I've never had a kid read this and say, man, bro, I didn't like that. A lot of people walk away going, dude, that actually was kind of cool. So when you read this, when you get to the end, you may want to reread it again, and that's completely acceptable. Like I said, if you have questions about how to read Batman Noel, if you don't quite understand what's going on, do not hesitate to reread again. If you're still struggling, do not hesitate to send me an email, and I'll see if I can help you guys out a little bit in some way, shape, or form. I think that's it. So I'm going to sign off. Yeah, this video lasted 10 minutes long. That's way too long. You don't want to hear me talk anymore. So, talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.